Welcome to Beyond the Gridiron, where we dive into the craziest moments in sports history. In this video, we're going to show you the top 6 most insane on-field fights in NFL history. These fights will have you on the edge of your seat, wondering who will land the next knockout punch. Grab some popcorn and get ready to witness some of the wildest on-field fights. Who knows, you might even learn how to throw a punch, or how to avoid one. Don't forget to subscribe and join us for more sports action. Kicking off our list at number 6 is Albert Haynesworth's stomp, where things got so heated, we thought we were watching a wrestling match instead of football. After Dallas Cowboys running back Julius Jones scored a touchdown, Haynesworth, playing as a member of the Tennessee Titans, removed the helmet from center Andre Gurode. Then, while Gurode was on the ground, Haynesworth decided to stomp on his head. The footprint caused a gash near Gurode's eye. At number 5, we have Joey Porter vs. William Green, where Porter showed us that sometimes football can be a full contact sport, even on the sidelines. The incident occurred when Green ran out of bounds and collided with Porter, who was standing on the sideline. Porter took offense to the collision and began exchanging words with Green. The two players then began shoving each other, and the situation quickly escalated into a full-blown fight. The fight was broken up by players and officials, but not before Porter landed several punches on Green, causing him to bleed from the face. Porter was eventually ejected from the game for his role in the altercation. Coming in at number 4, we have Chuck Bednarik vs. Chuck Noll, where it was all-out fisticuffs between two Chucks, proving that even people with the same name can have beef. The incident started when Bednarik tackled Steelers quarterback Bobby Lane, which led to a scuffle between the two teams. Noll took offense to Bednarik's tackle and confronted him on the field. The two players then began exchanging punches and shoving each other, with both players landing blows. The fight was eventually broken up by players and officials, but not before Bednarik suffered a broken nose and Noll had a black eye. Both players were ejected from the game for their role in the altercation. Taking the third spot on our list is the Bounty Bowl, where the Eagles and the Cowboys put the Wild in Wild West. The Bounty Bowl fights were a series of altercations that occurred during two NFL games between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys in 1989. The incidents were a result of a long-standing rivalry between the two teams, which had intensified due to accusations of the Eagles placing bounties on Cowboys players. The first altercation occurred during a Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas when Eagles linebacker Jesse Small hit Cowboys kicker Louis Zendiges on a kickoff. Small was accused of targeting Zendiges because he had previously played for the Eagles and was allegedly a target of their bounty system. Cowboys head coach Jimmy Johnson took offense to the hit and confronted Eagles head coach Buddy Ryan, which led to a scuffle between the two teams. The second altercation occurred during a rematch between the two teams in Philadelphia 2 weeks later. The Eagles won the game 27-0, but the game was marred by several fights and cheap shots between the two teams. Cowboys quarterback Troy Aikman was hit late and knocked out of the game, and Cowboys defensive end Jim Jeffcoat was involved in a scuffle with several Eagles players. In the second place, we have Cortland Finnegan vs. Andre Johnson, where two players showed us that they could fight like heavyweight champs, leaving the rest of us in awe. The fight between Cortland Finnegan and Andre Johnson was a highly publicized incident that occurred during an NFL game in 2010 between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Finnegan, a cornerback for the Titans, and Johnson, a wide receiver for the Texans, had a history of bad blood between them. The incident started when Finnegan hit Johnson in the face during a play, which led to Johnson ripping off Finnegan's helmet and throwing punches at him. The two players then engaged in a heated exchange of blows, with both players landing punches. The fight was eventually broken up by players and officials, but not before both players were ejected from the game. Johnson was fined $25,000 for his role in the altercation, while Finnegan was fined $25,000 as well. And finally, in the first place, we have the unforgettable Buddy Ryan versus Kevin Gilbride. Hold on to your hats and get ready for a wild ride as we explore the most insane on-field fights in NFL history. In 1993, the Houston Oilers hired Buddy Ryan, 3 years removed from the Eagles, as their defensive coordinator. The wizard behind the '85 Chicago Bears defense vowed that he would lead a hard-hitting group in Houston. The most surprising target was the team's offensive coordinator, Kevin Gilbride. Several times during the season, the cantankerous Ryan was heavily critical of Gilbride's run-and-shoot offense. During the last game of the regular season, between the Oilers and New York Jets in the Astrodome, the two came to blows. Following a fumble by backup QB Cody Carlson, they began arguing. Then Ryan took a swing and connected with Gilbride's jaw, forcing Oilers players to separate them. Unfortunately for Houston, Ryan's celebrated defense was noticeably absent when Joe Montana and the Kansas City Chiefs went into the Dome and beat the Oilers 28-20 in the AFC Divisional Playoffs. In the world of the NFL, fights are a dime a dozen. But some fights are so insane, so over the top, that they go down in history as legendary moments of sheer madness. From players punching coaches to brawls that spilled into the stands, these fights were like watching a bad reality TV show on steroids. But let's be real, we all secretly love drama. So, if you ever find yourself in the mood for some good old-fashioned football brawls, just remember, the NFL has got you covered. Because when it comes to insane on-field fights, these 6 moments will always be at the top of the list. Be sure to like and subscribe for more insane NFL videos.